God, I love you, but honestly, sometimes I really don't like my hair. Ugh. Oh, God. Okay, you know what? It's staying like this. Okay. Right. Hello, everyone. It's me, Josh, and I'm back, fulfilling my promise that I made in the update video that I would be doing more things. So I figured, hey, what exactly do we have coming up that is a special occasion or special event? And I saw that October 11th is coming up, and coincidentally would be the day after I uploaded my update video. So, October 11th, of course, is National Coming Out Day, and I'm sure, to no one's surprise, I'm not in fact a standard, straight, white guy. No, there is a bit more to me than just that. Nothing wrong with that, I will say, but there is more to me than that. I do have some stuff that I need to get off my chest, and, some stuff to come out with. So, that, of course, being that I am bisexual, shocking, I know. I'm not entirely straight. In fact, I can find interest and attraction towards multiple different genders. It's wild. Absolutely shocking. So I figured today we're gonna look into Reddit and give a nice look at some bisexual memes from BiIRL. I don't go on Reddit that often, but I have seen a couple Reddit videos. They made me giggle a bit, so I figured, hey, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Well, the worst case scenario is that this video turns out to be an absolute bore, but we're gonna try to not do that. Okay, so, the first one, Little Miss Underdeveloped Prefrontal Cortex. Isn't that a mood? Enough about daddy dom vampires. What about vampires overrun with bloodlust? What about vampires begging on their knees for just a taste? What about making them lick your bloodied fingers with a tear in their eyes and saliva pooling down their chin, trembling with effort to hold back so that you might allow them their sustenance? Pupils blown dark, mouth wide open, their whole being purely focused on you with animal ferocity. What about letting them feed only when you're deep in their guts, letting them barely keep up with overwhelming sensation? What about that? What about that? I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah, what's there to say? I mean, look, I'm not much for the vampire look, but I could certainly, I could certainly vibe with a very needy vampire, what seems like a vampire sub. I could roll with that. Ah, yes. My taste in women. My taste in men. Finster, you lovable bastard, you. Is that Finster? That is Finster. Holy cow, he's got some massive knockers. I guarantee they're fake, but... tomboys and femboys. Honestly, not even gonna argue. Like, femboys, very based. They get my seal of approval. Arguably my personal favorite. And tomboys, honestly, yeah. I could go for a good tomboy every now and then. You meet a girl. Okay. You have the same interests. Okay. You understand quite well. Okay, we're getting somewhere. She invites you to her house. Oh yeah, now we're talking. She has a boyfriend. That's a bit of a killer. But they invite you for a threesome. Oh yeah, now we're talking. I don't actually vibe with threesomes, but I do. I can appreciate the bi energy that this has. I like it. 3 rules. No wishing for death. No falling in love. No bring back dead people. I wish that bisexuals can sit straight. There are 4 rules. I take offense to that. I take grave offense to that. I don't... No. Shame on you for daring. I feel called out. That's what it is. I feel called out. I don't like it. It's not my fault that I can't sit straight. I was born this way, okay? How to get free drinks at a gay bar. Oh, jeez. That man is thick. I'm not gonna lie, if I wasn't already taken, I would take him for a pretty good ride. Inside you, there are 2 gays that make 1 bisexual. There's the creator and her work, one of which is a disaster twink and a power lesbian. I like that. I do kind of like that. Power lesbian could... I would let her take me, absolutely. Although, hey, disaster twink, honestly, again, I can't say no. Okay, that's absolutely a lie. I can and have said no to many people in the past, but, both of them looking pretty fly. Creator's not too bad herself. I know that's not part of the meme, but she's good. Speaking of good, Timothy's photos. Good boy. Oh my. Came across this while checking the bookstore with my parents. Had to suppress my bi-panic hard. If that isn't the most relatable thing out there. The amount of times I was with my parents and saw some cute guy and had to resist showing any bit of emotion towards it.
Say the line, Bart!
I sit weird in chairs.
Yay!
Okay, fine. You win. I will stand weird in chairs. How about that? I will crouch in chairs. This is unsustainable and also probably gonna damage my chair. This ain't even the weirdest way I sit. Sometimes I sit like this, with my feet propped up against the wall, or I'll put my feet onto this piano and sit like this. I have a problem, but I can take solace in knowing that it's not my fault, because it is just the bisexual floating through my veins. Oh god. Me every time Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss introduces a new character. I'm gonna have sexual thoughts about that. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie, just, yeah. Luna, Blitz, Moxie, Millie, Stolas. Oh god, Stolas. Well, okay, honestly, I've been more of a Luna kick recently. I don't know if that's... But, Striker. No, I absolutely get it. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Angel Dust kind of awoke things in me when I was but a small... Was I 17 when Has Been Hotel pilot came out? It was 2019, I think, wasn't it? Maybe 2018, I forget. I forget, but yeah. It was also pretty hyped because I heard Has-Been Hotel is making a proper season on Amazon Prime, which I am rather excited for. Ah, yes, finally. Walmart has shown us the perfect Halloween decorations. For a mere $69, you can have skeletons 69ing themselves. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I'm breaking the stereotypes. Absolutely, though. Yes. This I'm pointing too off here in the direction, I hope. I like this. Women, men, the hot in between, tomboys and femboys. Honestly, yes. True. I mean, hey, if we were ever to add like a new gender, I would be down to add femboys as a new one. Tomboys can stay girls, though. What is this joke? I'm sorry, this joke's falling flat. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. That is adorable. Is that AI? I can't tell if that's AI or if that's real. Well, no, obviously it's not real. I can't tell if that's like done with AI editing or if that's like hand editing. What is that? I don't know what that is, but I love it. I love it. Bisexual B. You know what? You know, we had what? So, there was a bee meme around Minecraft. I forget exactly what it was, but it had something to do with. It had something to do with some community. I forget precisely. Was it the trans community? I don't remember. That was a while ago. But bisexual B, we stand this as well. Absolutely. When someone of the same gender compliments you, caution, gate swings both ways. Hard. Hard. I wish sometimes, honestly. Oh my god. I bring a sort of I'm too fruity vibe to the dating scene that straight girls don't really like. That is true. The only girls I have really ever been able to, I guess, the only girls that have ever been interested in me have been like bisexual girls, which I mean I guess is fitting considering. But it's like every like straight girl just has never been down for me, which I guess makes sense. Yo, nice. Homie here has the bi lighting on their keyboard. My keyboard does not have that. My keyboard is red because it was lit by the blood of my enemies that I mutilated and massacred. People with genitals. Oh, honestly, yeah. People with genitals. I could go for that. I could go for that. Now, if you had a full bushy Chad beard, that might probably be a bit of a turnoff for me. I'm not into like super masculine people, but no, honestly, yeah. People with genitals, just yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The only man on English Wikipedia to contain each of the individual words be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie is George Orwell. Do with this info what you wish. George Orwell was a modern girl, confirmed. And you know what? Stan this. Absolutely. I stan it beyond all belief. Why is it? Okay, hold on. Why is this such a bad thing? Wow, not so bad. Why is this so small? Stop that. Come on. Thinking I'm my own person and in no way stereotypical. Realizing I'm getting close to a stereotypical gay. Finding out how many bisexual things I do. Finding out that bi IRL is just people like me. Bisexuals have/are a hive mind. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. I thought for the longest time that I was unique and not in any way stereotypical, and then I realized I'm just the most stereotypical, obvious person out there. Like, anyone a mile away could probably tell in what aspect of the LGBT plus community I fall into. It's pretty obvious. And I'm definitely a stereotypical bisexual. God, that is...
Hey, bud.
Who, me?
Shh.
Who, me?
Right. How would you like to buy an round and neat, a nearly perfect circle, tidy and complete? You can sing a pretty song, would it like so? Oh, 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 isn't that catchy? Would you like to buy an circular and sweet? Looks just like a donut, really good enough to eat. It'll cost you just a nickel.
A nickel?
Shh.
A nickel?
A nickel?
Right. So buy the and take it home tonight.
Ooh.
Listen.
Ooh, I do. That, yeah. Gives me gay drug dealer vibes, that guy. Real question is, how old is Ernie, exactly? I always thought he was, like... Is he? Someone never figured out, is he supposed to be an adult, or is he supposed to be a kid? Because the answer to that question is what makes this situation anything from funny to creepy. Right, that's enough headset. None of that. Huh. Controversial opinion about bisexuality. The purple in the middle is not the right saturation, it doesn't fit with the other two colors, and it drives me crazy. Deus Ex Aquila says, alright, I think I've got this. I've got dual citizenship, and I have another flag we can borrow from. Step 1. Oh. Asexual flag, okay. Step 1 is cut the purple out. Step 2 is helicopter it over while you're excavating the other purple. Swapping it out. Honestly, yeah. It looks a lot better. That is perfection. True bi-ace solidarity. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not asexual myself, but I am not, like, I'm definitely... wait, am I? I've never thought about it before, but I'm not... Okay, well, I've got some thinking to do. I've got some thinking to do now, but, either way, asexual people are cool. Putting the bi stripe in the ace flag, also cool. I give it. This all gets a thumbs up of approval from Josh, and absolutely based. Wait, hold on. I don't know what this sign means, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Oh no. What does that sign mean? What does it mean? I can only think it means one thing. My brain is my brain is so damaged from all of the memes that I only think of one thing. Well, what does it mean? You like kissing boys,
Girls.
don't you? Honestly, yeah. I mean, yeah. Just what do you... I do. Why are you looking at me like that? Are you trying to come on to me? I will kiss that cat boy if I have to. Or maybe it's a cat girl or a cat them. Either way, I will kiss it. If it keeps giving me that look. Wait, hold on. I used the peace sign yesterday. Now I am bisexual. That's how it works. I started flashing this out as I was heading out everywhere. I was like, peace, y'all. And they were like, next thing I know, I was bisexual. I also started talking weird. Before and after. Straight me. Aw, man, he looked cuter with the piercings. Guys, when that realization hit, I was like, I'll be honest, I kind of had a similar experience when I was, when I realized I had my first, like, crush, and I was like, wait, I love this girl, why am I... Or rather, I was constantly in denial. I was like, no, I don't have these feelings. I don't have feelings for a guy. I love this girl. And then I realized... Then I started to realize... Oh, shit. Oh, it's this one's from Ask Reddit. What screams I'm heterosexual? Using overhead ceiling lighting. Straight people don't seem to mind a harsh overhead LED or fluorescent light within their own home. Within their own home, while myself and every other gay I know is all about table or floor lamps. Their spaces are lit softer and cozier. When I had straight housemates, I would be moving through a warmly lit home with all my lovely lamps, and the first thing my housemates would do on joining me to watch TV, eat dinner, etc., would be to turn on the ceiling lights, which made me feel like I was living in a Costco. Can confirm, am bisexual and use color change lamp and fluorescent candles to light my room. I don't. I use LEDs to light my room, as you can see. We've got, if I can get this to work, sorry for the disorienting. As you can see, we start off with a lovely blue that eventually switches over to a nice soft pink, followed by a white to mirror it off with the next one. It all transitions very nice with each other, and I think it really hits that nice vibe that I'm going for. You know, I don't want to call it bisexual lighting because it's not the because it's not any bisexual or specific flag as far as I'm aware, but it is very nice and pleasing to the eyes, and I do love it. Me, oh god, this is. I was gonna read this and then I realized how much it hit close to home. Ooh. Me, coming out as bi. It's funny because National Coming Out Day is today when it's getting released. My anxiety. Oh, it hurts. It's so real. It hits me so close to home. I waited for nearly 6... I waited for practically 6 months before I came out to my parents. And I was wrestling with it so many times. I don't mean 6 months after realizing I was bi. I realized I was bi pretty much as far back as 2015. Back when I was a little small boy running around the fields. But, no. No, I realized it about myself in when I was about 13 or so, because that's when I started having more than just girl crushes. I was having boy crushes too. The difference was I grew up in a very traditional Christian conservative home, and I'm going to stay right now. I am not going to bash conservatives or Christians or traditionalists, but I am gonna say the environment was not a good one for me in that case. I dealt with so much terrible depression because I had such terrible self-hatred for myself. And honestly, not being able to talk to my parents about it because of how I knew they were really left a number on my mental health back then. If anything, ironically enough, people mention religious trauma. Ironically enough, the thing that kept me going through all this, the thing that kept me from giving in, and heads up, I might mention a couple of dark topics, but some of the things that kept me from falling into, like, a full-on pit of suicidal despair. Although, I'll be honest, I did come close a couple times to just snapping at that point. The thing that always pulled me back from that point was my faith. The feeling that, regardless of what was going on, I had someone who loved me, and I had someone who had good plans for me in the future. And that kept me going. Even when I didn't know exactly why I had to wrestle with these feelings. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this as well, to anyone who is going through a rough time right now because either you're wrestling with your own sexuality or even your own gender or stuff like that, do not give up. There is better stuff out there for you in the future. Life may look bleak now. Your family might not be supportive. They might actually turn on you. Sorry. Look, I'm gonna give some advice, a little message to all of you guys who are struggling with either your sexuality, your gender, be it you know it and you don't feel safe in a position of who you are. You feel like you're being a burden or in the wrong somehow for who you are. Or you might not even know who you are. You just might feel that something isn't right and you're not sure of what it is. Things might be hard now. They might not be great. But keep pushing on. Even if your immediate family, or if a couple of your friends aren't supportive, or even if they're hostile, still, don't give up. There are good people in the world who can support you. There are people across the internet who, and I'm aware the internet's not exactly a substitute for real human interaction. Trust me, I am well aware of that. But there is good things, there is good people, there is a reason to keep living, to keep pushing on. Because eventually, even if the worst case scenario happens, everything and everyone leaves you and you're just left with yourself. At that point, you have nothing holding you down. Even in that worst case scenario, you're free then to embrace yourself. And one day, there are resources one day things will get better. There are resources. There are means to help you if you are in a position where things have spiraled off. Say you've lost your house or you've lost your, family or whatnot. There are always things that can help you. And there's always support. Emotional, physical, mental, and honestly, sometimes our anxiety some of us might be anxious thinking that we don't know how our family would react to, say, us coming out as lesbian or gay or bi or trans or anything really in that thing. We might be worried thinking like, we're not normal, so our family is going to hate us. Sometimes our brains like to conjure up these fears of things that are just way overblown. Sometimes you're worried about it. You go tell your parents and they're just like, oh yeah, we know. We were just waiting for you to come out and say it, but hey, we love you, we support you. We're here for you. Sometimes fears are rational, sometimes we are rationally afraid because of how our parents acted, but it is always best to be yourself and to not be afraid to embrace who you are, because you're going to be miserable if you don't. Sorry, I just wanted to get that out there, because this meme really hits close to me. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up. I've been recording for about 45 minutes, so hopefully when I get this all trimmed down, it's not too terribly long. But yeah, this was a pretty fun time. I liked it. And hey, if you liked it, leave a like. Maybe consider subscribing. Comment down below if you have anything you'd want me to do. I'm down for a lot of stuff. Gameplay videos, discussion topics, perhaps. I do have a bigger video planned in probably about a month or so. Should be out at some point in mid-November, I'm thinking. It's going to take a while to produce it, probably, because I have to write a proper script for it and really collect all of my thoughts. This is more of a quick throw together. Just, hey, let's look at some memes together, right? For National Coming Out Day. I'm sure if I was coming out as anything other than bi, I would have looked at it any other subreddit. But hey, bi IRL is a pretty great place. Let's be honest. So yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hope y'all have a really good day. In the meantime, I'm Josh, and I am signing out. Peace.